and delaying this retake.
That wall bought them a lot of time, and that's the power of a Sage in the early gun rounds. Not only is it good for those post-plant situations, but it also is good for buying some time. Immediately the wall breaks, but they have a crossfire immediately on top of ramps as well. And Juicy coming from the side, right click by egoist, 3K for him. Unfortunately, and whips. Gonna have to respect it and give away that space. Juicy, very aggressive, gets the high ground, gets the pick onto Chrysania. Huge, has a cross with his teammate as well. nephh eating up so much damage, not able to get the top of the head, and crazyguy cancels him out. It's still a 3 on.
I like how they seem be like, okay, we're back and we just play host. Angle, and he cannot push through. This is going to be a retake Killjoy ult, and it's enough to push everyone back at least up to belt.
This is where Bleed has to take his time. Immediately, Deryeon gets one, but it's going to be traded out by nephh and Vera, one each. Crazyguy as well decides to join in the fray as Crazyguy good for 2. Great with the Tempz, 3K for Crazyguy, 4 actually. Yeah. You see, man advantage is to Bleed. And you see the silence coming through. No one popped anything, and Chrysania was found. Immediately gonna pop that that Viper's pit. Vera and Jay and Deryeon, one each. Crazy push out. He's pushing out. He kind of has an idea where exactly nephh is. Oh, he doesn't take it down. He's so very low. Unfortunately,
he's got that shock
get that recon, and Crazyguy just swings out. Scary as well, being scary as usual. Vera. One more person up on ramps, and he gets the first contact. And that will be 5 points. Sometimes all you need is just a frag. They're gonna break that owl drone. An egoist in him, holding out a double situation here. And suddenly, Bleed is stuck on spawn. They can't go anywhere because X10 is pushing them from 3 whole different areas. They can't push out because the other members of Bleed had actually just reconvened around the other members. The revive comes through. It's gonna be Chrysania up again. Egoist finds Deryeon. Egoist going for 2. Egoist is on fire and he hasn't stopped since day 1.
Wait, Egoist is really here to play. Like, you know,
what's a sub? I play to win.
Yeah, it is sub, but still, this is actually really dangerous because when you play for a belt, there's a lot of things that can go wrong because Scary is still alive.
It's halved. He still needs one more. He gets egoist out of the way, but pros don't fake. Scary still gets it. Great angle to just push forward. Unfortunately, Vera wasn't able to get the first shot with his operator. Now here comes the Hunter Fury. Tempz gets 1. He's going for the aggression. Comes 2 before Scary finally trades him out.
Yeah, this is the other strat we're talking, but look, really, X10 is just absolutely ready for that. Pops that and tries to take position. Oh, that is a very weird angle to push, so I don't blame Vera for that.
He was...
And then Bleed doesn't have the man advantage here though, but it is Juicy we're talking about, and Scary.
Oh, Chrysania.
Spoke a little too soon because they...
Just trying to get those frags. He's playing in a very controlled manner. Does not want to go down. Unfortunately, does. That buddy system coming in from nephh and his teammate, not allowing him the space to actually get those frags. Egoist gets 1 more. Egoist and nephh has been really showing up here in terms of getting that information and reacting to it. Crazyguy with a 1-tap onto Vera. And nephh, where are you gonna go? Hard to really say anything. They know where exactly he is. A Crazyguy and his teammate gonna go for a pincer. Spots out 1. Unfortunately, nephh finds JayH, clears it out, but no time to win
Empress. Scary holding his post. I think Tempz heard him. And Scary's just faster on the trigger. Down to 3-on-3 now. Vera's in. He's playing level 2 with his operator, peeking out onto it a little bit. He needs to play off with the rest of his teammates. Is it going to be enough? nephh starts on 1 hot. That's Juicy out of the picture. And JayH is also gone. There's only 1 man that's standing, and it's Scary potentially with a lineup.
He does know Chrysania is pushing up. He has no choice but to fight. He still gets it. He still gets a snake bite down. 1 more to go. He has to push out. Pros don't fake, and he still gets another one! Right near, not allowing them to actually peek through Snowman.
Okay, but that also means that they can actually play from Snowman and main per se, but a couple of people playing through Orange now, and Tempz is somehow getting these mad frags with this classic, and he's not stopping. As nephh going this 1 versus 1 with this Juicy point, and he says hello JayH. She's still alive somehow, but they eventually will fall after a really long fight. Vera last man standing, he gets a thing on the Juicy though, but what is going on? What is going on?
Juicy, but Juicy is still kind of far away. It's going to be a little bit hard to play together because he's all the way up inside of tower, and the taps come through. Juicy wins it. Jay gets one each. Crossfire, perfectly done, and Chrysania finds Jay in the end.
Yeah,
Now,
there's no way. Both 180, there's people. Dear Lord. X10, you're letting it go. Bleed right now, they're trying to make this push out, and he swings. Vera, they gets one, but the rest of Bleed will start to wipe down because Egoist and Vera is also gone. Now X10 has that man disadvantage here. nephh lays down the spray. Took a little while. Takes him out. Chrysania.
Beautiful cross.
Insania manages to maybe try to save this team. There's a word that he just dies from fall damage, but
5 HP, has to be careful. Does get the plant, gonna be going default here. As Scary, it's a little bit hard to play at this angle, but I think everyone is looking towards screens. That's not aware that he is actually close. All he has to do, he does have his orb down, game. And he's gonna get one, gets two, beautifully done. Lockdown as well. Very patient here. You also hear the showstopper coming out, and they are just running for their life. Hunter's Fury thrown out, and he didn't see it because of the Hunter's Fury. Scary gets one, and Crazy Guy finds Tempz with the Hunter's Fury.
That's just absolutely unfortunate. We talked about so many different ults coming in here, and it just goes in the way of Bleed. Remember the opening, the Crazy Guy where X10 needs more than just surgical precision to take out Bleed. Yeah, Bleed is just absolutely perfect here.
Juicy immediately taking up that space, gets the first pick, and moves away from Hunter's Fury. Another Leer just gonna help them out here, but because of those smokes, not giving the advantage, but gonna be traded out at least. Chrysania for Vera, Crazy Guy goes down, and Deryeon gets a tap onto nephh.
This is a bunch of commotion, and the rest of Bleed should be able to feel free to kind of make this rotation.
Egoist, oh, there we go. Vera was not aware. Thought that Deryeon had moved away. Egoist good for one, good for two. And suddenly he's whittling down the numbers before Deryeon stops it.
I might need to check back whether Ty is still in APAC rather than but okay. We'll hold that thought for a bit because that is the mad A push in here. Juicy is lucky to be alive. Even the JayH and Scary lost their lives. So this is a pretty good aggression coming in from X10.
X10 with the explosive play. Going to take his advantage to that as Vera going aggressive finds Deryeon. nephh finds one as well. And I think this is actually really good. Vera reacting to those util sprays out, but nephh was a little bit faster for that.
Overzealous though, because the amount of stingers coming out, especially from Scary and JayH side, could be insane.
No.
Well, we just switched cameras in time, and he still manages to get one before going down.
I think for Deryeon as well, getting that trade has been huge as nephh gets him back in return. Chrysania as well with two. With the Guardians, Tap is gonna just zone them out with the fragment as well as the shock dart. And here comes Juicy with the up, finds Chrysania. That's a smoke out of the way. Juicy, not good for two, but here it goes once again. There we go. That's the two we're talking about. Juicy so very low. Can he get one more?
That flick was absolutely pixel perfect. No one's actually playing main, so but look who's on the flank. Look who's on the flank.
It's nephh. Can come from the back. He gets one, two. Beautifully done. And Market in full control of X10 right now. Nothing to worry about as Crazy Guy. He contemplates. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I go for this exit frags? The smoke goes down. He is good for one. No, he's not. As unfortunately, he whiffs.
Yeah. I mean, both teams have KO, right? In terms of the timing, it was just a little unfortunate that he got flashed
He
out.
thought it was a knife, and coming through here comes Scary, but Ego is just a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Showing everyone why he's one of the core members, or core, but substitute that shouldn't be played around with as Crazy Guy gets two.
Crazy Guy does insane damage before going down, and Deryeon is also holding it. Despite all of that, we're down to 2 versus 2. Like the lead, literally value and chase with it.
Oh man.
This is called Caster's Curse. The moment I say no value, Juicy opens it.
Juicy with the aggression works out in his playstyle, but there is going to be a trade. It's going to be Scary. Now, without any smokes, it's going to be a problem here. Scary still finds one, and Juicy finds another one in return. Still holding the area. Lane is fully controlled. And with the null command as well, the problem is they're not able to use their utilities, and I'm worried for Bleed that this might be their win condition.
Man advantage after so long. Chrysania gets absolutely wall banged to the life of it. I like this. I like this round. Both teams playing down to the wire, showing discipline to see who comes on top first. The link is next onto nephh, and Juicy finally taking down. The return is good, and he could get a second life if the system calls for it. 15 seconds left on the clock. They can't even make it out on side. This cage is buying so much time. Crazy Guy keeping it alive, and he needs to play. He's on wallbang now. Vera makes shot. One of him is 5 seconds left. This is down to the wire. Please, Scary is coming in. nephh is trying to cover for his teammate, and he manages to get the spike down.
nephh has to do the multi-frags, and nephh with 3. Very beautifully done. Just gonna be waiting here. Cut the noise. So we all know nephh tried to pop that, and Deryeon immediately gets all the positions of the players. Got 2 in his pocket already.
Oh yeah, they want to stop this bleeding.
Right here.
Because the only ones they can do bleeding is themselves, right? Or so they say. 5 members left alive. You need to point that out too. It's been a while where Bleed was able to assume control of all situations and objectives.
Wait, look at them together there.
Yeah.
Firing squad plays around, dies, but he's taking out so much damage already. They're trying to wallbang him. He's only 1 HP. Can he at least get 1 more? I think he's gonna get sprayed from the other side. And finally, nephh gonna swing out. That's a beautiful play there from X10, knowing how to play Ring Around the Rosie.
Yep, surgical precision. They had to flush him out, even though he did his best to survive, but in the end still goes down. Molly denied. JayH needs to go in, no ults whatsoever. Right now, Tempz also has this Hunter's Fury to prevent his post-plant, but he don't care. He's up there on the hunt, ends it with his triple. Or anything, but this Hunter's Fury trying to make them reposition, but that's okay because Chrysania, you haven't seen a proper Cosmic Divide just yet, but that egoist gone down. No, that's huge now because they have man advantage and they will have their Omen still alive.
30
push in.
seconds left.
And the best part about it, Omen's out. Available for commission. nephh trying to make this wall play. Wow, he's going up against 2. He takes the fight to him. And sScary still comes up with the trade.
It's a good pincer coming in from Deryeon as well. It's only 1 person to wear it, so it's good. Chrysania, watch your side, but sScary is ready for the trade.
So this is make it or break it. Moving out,
Ooh,
he
what a
can't finish
spray.
it. Lovely, lovely tag team by the members of Bleed Esports. And they immediately take up.
Regardless, he just pretended. A fake coming through. Immediately Juicy. Smack dab into neph's hit. And Juicy with 3 already. Gives them all the space in the world to work on when it comes to the site. Hanging on to the area.
Fast. Is that damage done though?
Oh my god, does he know there's someone in Sabrosa is the question. sScary coming through here. You want to check that angle. I think he might be going down here. They found his head, immediately taps it out, and they know exactly where they are. Vera with a 4, beautifully smokes down, and even the fragment just to take up that space, and Juicy gonna lead the charge here, letting his teammate go up first, but Chrysania was anticipating that JayH trades it out. JayH good for 2!
Damn, he's pretty sharp on there because nephh should have laid it. Only 1 bullet tags up onto sScary. 3 on 2 still doable. Tempz with an Odin. Retake, gonna be really scary. He's got the recon up and as well as the drone. But he will scan out just in time. Ego is up 1 onto sScary now. 1 hell, he spotted it. Also 1 on main. Here comes the knife being popped by Vera. Tempz is taken out. This movement from Vera didn't really spot JayH just right beside the generator. And it's down to last man standing. That's Egoist. He can make magic happen, but I doubt he can pull that many rabbits out of the hat.
Wall banks have been actually
Crazy guy gonna do a lot of work to keep them back from heaven. Still 4 versus 3.5 if you're the count nephh.
From heaven, sScary, Juicy, 1 each with the wall bang. That recon is just doing so much work, and Tempz still gets 1 with the Odin.
You know what? I don't think you guys noticed it, but the recon from Crazy Guy that went to Narnia actually forced a lot of people to look away. Yeah, he got 2 kills before
Now
going
with an
down.
op, we've seen him pop off with it. Crazy Guy staying around, didn't manage to catch anyone yet because everyone is still playing off-site. That spray from Egoist does a lot of damage. He got 2 despite the flash, but here comes the Hunter's Fury as well as the lockdown. sScary gets 1 for himself. Egoist gets 1 more. Juicy will fight Chrysania in the end. Egoist with the 4. Can we find an ace? Not quite. Bleed. Crazy Guy not allowing things to happen any longer than it should. Gonna go for the plant, at least go for that plant money. Very, very important. 30 seconds, and he has to watch 2 different areas. Does get 1, but traded out in return.
Good double pick. So maybe a wrong decision, but we can't really fault that. There was a smoke in the way, but the moment now is about to point out. He has too many targets to choose from and too little time. Got a paranoia from sScary to be ready. JayH doesn't really have to but they're moving in for this retake. JayH opens up hot, 54 HP left, and this is the move in.
JayH with 2. He's doing so good right now. 3, he can 4, gets stopped. Chrysania and 13 HP left. Both of them so very low. The sprays come through. He is just gonna try and just whittle it down. Halfway to go. Pros don't fake. He has no clue where he is. Finally finds it. And the members of Bleed.
Not enough for the kill because
not enough for a kill. And here comes the null command And the one that wins this time is Juicy's. Vera and Chrysania.
Wow.
1 each, 2 each. Scary trades out and Tempz get one more. This aggression coming through is just Scary left. He still gets one. They need an isolation. Tempz only has 5 HP. Very, very doable. But what are you gonna do here? Scary running for his life. He does have the spike. 1 versus 1. Who is gonna win this? He's gonna throw in that he does get scanned by the Bolt. Has to reposition. He has 1 minute left. He has a lot of time to play this. But in this situation, what are you gonna do? Because Scary gets a 4K